Hi, it's Michelle. I'm live. Today's actually on the Canna-pantry. So what I thought I'd do is come over here into my kitchen. Oh my God, this is so like YouTube right here. And show you the actual Canna-pantry live and in person because. Huh. Hi. Yeah, I might be streaming myself. I'm having a little tiny problem in that I can hear myself in the stream, which is weird. So
put on headphones. That way you can't, the audio doesn't play outwards.
Right. That makes sense. Well, hi. Today is Tuesday. It's Michelle Crawford, and here I am doing a little short live stream in promotion of my 5 great reasons to join my homemade health class, which is the new 10-week expanded homemade health course. It started off with just the tinctures class, how to make a canna kit of 5 multi-cannabinoid and single cannabinoid tinctures. And now we are expanded. We have 2 new modules that we've added, and they are really exciting. I'm just getting the new edited video back from my really awesome videographer down in San Diego. Shout out. And to Ben and his amazing work. You guys are going to love it. It's so sexy. I showed it to one student who is nonetheless a super fan student, but definitely she was pretty excited by it. So I think it's going to be rad. So yeah, today is the day where we're going to talk about the second reason that I wrote in my blog post. And if you don't know about that blog post, please look up my blog on my website. It's www.cannacuriouscoaching.com. And there you'll find my 5 reasons to join my homemade health course blog post. And it's an important one because I needed this blog post to not only tell you why you should take the class, but also share with you the dates and the links to go buy it. So it's very useful, and I should definitely link it down in the description after this, and I will. But the second reason in that was to have a ready Canna-pantry. And like, here's mine. I keep it up here, up there. La 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 la. There is all my stuff. Here's my Ito Pro. Ignore. I had so many people over in the last couple of weeks hosting things and stuff. I have all these paper plates because we can't keep up with the dishes when we have people over. But yeah, ready Canna-pantries. They are so handy for doing DIY projects on the fly. I am devoted and I am committed to enabling people to be empowered, like by education. So the idea that being prepared with cannabis in your pantry that's ready to infuse, ready to decarb, or is already decarb, that's a big, like, helpful trick there. That you can use immediately is something that empowers you as a DIYer, because often the work is reactionary. We might get some news or have a chat with a friend. The news one was like sad, like a lot of times you'll get some bad news. Somebody has a new diagnosis. Somebody is not doing very well. Somebody's, this happened recently, cousin just died at a young age from completely, what's the word? A completely reversible disease that they didn't choose to reverse, and it was very sad. So I gave people in that family lots of sleepy time and Exacta to help them through their days, and they get some rest at night. So yeah, that happens a lot. And so what does the Ready Canna-pantry have to do with that? Like, that's life, right? Life when you have a lot of friends and family and people that you care about, and you want to help them with what you know. And what do I know? Cannabis. So I'm always trying to help people with what I know. And the thing that matters is the timing a lot of times. And if you can take action immediately, that is, I was interviewed on the Warrior of Impact podcast, and they asked me what defines a warrior. And I was like, somebody who takes action, that you can depend upon and rely upon to do so. Somebody who's unafraid to, provide. It's a providing kind of thing, the necessary actions that are required in the moment. So when I'm faced with moments such as those, I'm so happy that I have my pantry so that I can make the things I need to make to share, make, take, and share with the people I love and help them through this thing called life. So in my course, when you are in there, you get some lessons on how to create a ready Canna-pantry. So if you have a spare little bit of shelf, you can equip yourself with pre-decarbed and raw dried cannabis in jars, just like all your other herbs and spices, to use in your formulations. And if you have the magical machines that I recommend you get, and if you don't know about those, the magical machines are, oh my gosh, right here, the Ardent FX. See, here's mine fresh from the washing machine. And one of mine anyway. And I also have well, there's an Ito Pro, and my Source Turbo is right over here. Oh my God, look at this beautiful extract I made. So, hey, if you guys are interested in making extractions with ExtractCraft machines like the Ito Pro, and here's my Source Turbo, move the Volcano out of the way. How many cannabis gadgets can I get in this shot? Here's my Source Turbo. Come out, come out. There you are. There you are, sweetie. Don't be shy. Come say hi to the folks. We're not talking about you today, but we'll talk about you tomorrow. We talked about your sister, the Ardent FX, yesterday, but tomorrow you'll be the star. Are you excited? Yeah? Okay. All right. So recently, though, I was doing the Ito Pro, and this is about, I don't know, like a pound or so of THC cannabis, actually. So this is THCA extract right here. And it smells amazing. Oh my God. It was Granddaddy Purple. I have to weigh that, put it in a jar and weigh it to get the actual like yields and stuff. Okay. But my ready Canna-pantry not only includes flowers, decarbed and raw, like I just mentioned earlier, but also, since I'm an extractor with the ExtractCraft machine, lots of FICO, full extract cannabis oil, which is even more convenient to have on hand to use in things instantly, like instantly. So what's great about concentrates is if they're already decarbed and everything, if you want to use a neutral cannabinoid in your formulation, then you can, I store mine in syringes. I don't have them up there right now because honestly, I did a photo shoot, like I mentioned, down in San Diego, and I brought all of my supplies down there for the photo shoot. And so I haven't put them back yet. Yeah, I keep mine in syringes, lure syringes that are capped. And that makes it easy to press out with the plunger, like a gram or half a gram or some kind of measurement. And in my class, you'll learn in the dosing math how to kind of work with that potency of cannabis that you'll get in full extract cannabis oil across a number of different projects that you'll make, like the tinctures and the topicals. And then you'll end up making the concentrates yourself with the Source Turbo right here. And you'll end up with this yourself. And then we'll get it into syringes, or we can put it into little jars for you. I don't have one handy, but you know, any little jar type thing will do. So ready Canna-pantries are something that blows people's minds away, only because the culture around cannabis forgets that it's just this regular herb. It's extremely forgiving. It's like a weed. So it grows easily, it dries easily, it's very typically potent, it thrives under very little care. And then when you put it into your pantry, it's no different from your thyme or your oregano or your basil in terms of its ability to stay good and things like that. But the thing is that those herbs, if you're culinary at all, you'll know that those herbs actually typically do degrade over time in terms of like the terpene content, the smell, and the taste, and how much flavor they're able to add. And that is also true of cannabis. And additionally, you've got the medicinal layer. So eventually, your trichomes on the flowers that you're storing will convert a little bit if they're THC into CBN, for example, or they will lose volatile terpenes. They'll dry out and be gone, and that's fine. And if you use like concentrates, they will last a lot longer. Like, for example, liken them to vanilla extract, for example. If you use vanilla extract and you keep it in your pantry, it's not like it goes bad after a year and you're throwing that away. You'll use it again. It's in alcohol. It's an extraction of vanilla in alcohol, so it's going to not go bad. Similar with your homemade extractions. They are also, you know, botanical extractions using ethanol alcohol to do the extraction, and then the concentration happens in this machine because it evaporates off the alcohol, leaving behind your botanical extract. And so those things, they don't really go bad. You can keep them for a long time, years. I mean, I've used vanilla extract that's forever old, and I still thought it was okay. You know, maybe it'll lose a little potency and flavor here and there, but the more that we can just normalize the herb, as it's called, and all of its ways and all of its, many, I feel so Catholic right now, the herb and all of its promises, the more that it becomes normal to stock in your pantry to use on a regular basis in your food and your medicines and in your homemade remedies. So yeah, I've had students be kind of blown away by the concept of not keeping their weed in a little special stash jar, in a special stash box. And if you're using your cannabis for smoking only, then yeah, this way of storing it in a jar up in your pantry isn't necessarily the best, because most of the things that we do in infusion require like really dry cannabis. Having like smokable cured cannabis with moisture levels that are higher is okay. It's fine. But it's better for infusion and extraction to have even lower moisture levels, even drier materials. So for me, since I don't smoke pretty much almost at all, I almost always just use dryer vaporizers like that Volcano right there. Scoot over, Source Turbo. Here's my Volcano. Um, then dry material is fine for me. But if you use cannabis for smoking, you'll want a little bit more moisture in your flowers, and you might want to consider keeping separate flowers for smoking and separate for your pantry, or you might want to consider keeping your pantry level cannabis at a smokable state, which means to say seal it in tight jars, maybe light tight jars, because these jars are very clear. You can see through them. Light can degrade your herbs. That's not necessarily good. You might want to put them into black jars, like these are really great from 710 Labs. They're actually violet glass, and they, retain the potency of herbs very well, and they're also airtight. Because you're also smoking it. And you also might want to put in a Bovita packet, or I can't remember the name of the other company that creates those little moisture monitoring packets that have I think moisture silicone gel inside, and they regulate the internal area inside of the jar to make sure that your cured cannabis, your dried cured for smoking cannabis, has the right moisture level. But for extraction and for infusion, dry is just fine. And for dryer vaporizing, again, also really fine. So your ready Canna-pantry can be composed of your flowers and your concentrates that are easy to infuse. There are a couple other things you might want to consider for your pantry, though, as well. For example, the tools, like the magical machines I mentioned, the Ardent FX and the Source Turbo. I didn't mention that on my website you can get for free the Magical Machines download. It's a mini course that I've created that introduces you to these two appliances and gets you started with being able to make cannabis DIY in your home. And it's completely free at www.canna-kitchen.com right now. And if you take the course, you of course get that for free as well, because it behooves you as a person taking my course to be equipped with these machines. So the other things you want to have in your ready Canna-pantry tools, be like your oils. Think about maybe stocking up on whatever oils that you like to infuse. If you're into MCT, keep an extra bottle or two around. If you're into suppositories with cocoa butter, again, I have to unpack it. But keep some of that around in your pantry stored, so that it's easy and convenient for you to get started and get from a project inspiration as an inspired DIY to a finished project. That's the key. The faster we can get from inspiration to finished product, and out the door with it, or into the bathroom with it, or into our mouths with it, whatever we're doing, the better. There is a time limit on our lives. We don't have every single day and forever to live. And every single day that goes by that you don't make your dreams come true, or invest in your health, or try to change your life for the better, is a day that didn't happen. And there are a limited number of days. So I'm not trying to be too full of pressure here, but health is wealth. And so investing in yourself, in taking a course like mine, or just being more open to trying cannabis, maybe that's where you're at. Great. I hope that, this video is inspiring you to maybe give it a shot. That would be great. I'd be so happy for that. But if you actually want to go ahead and become an inspired DIYer, if you want to become somebody who feels comfortable making CBD and THC extractions and tinctures and topicals at home, then homemade health courses for you, and ready Canna-pantries are for you. And these two, appliances are for you, and I hopefully am the teacher for you, and you found me. Yay. I would love for that to be the case, because that would be success and that would make me really happy. And I hope it would make you happy too. Like, the wait is over. The search is over. I found the teacher that is going to help me get there. I hope that that's what it is for you today. All right. Well, I don't want to keep everybody on as long as I did last time. 30 minutes of talking about, homemade health tinctures and the Ardent FX. I see there's a couple people live with me. I'm really happy to have you here. If there's any questions, you might want to pop them in the chat. Let me know. Otherwise, I'm just so glad that you were able to join me and, wait through my weird technical difficulties right there in the beginning, and that you're interested in homemade health with cannabis. The more people that are interested in this, the better, as far as I'm concerned. So more power to us, right? Oh, there isn't anything. So I have to say thank you. Au revoir. I really appreciate you joining me. And I hope you join me in Homemade Health Tinctures class. Listen to me. The new Homemade Health Masterclass. All right. Bye, everyone. Have a great day. See you again here tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And I do have a conflict. Actually, I have to go to a work meeting, so it'll be even shorter. Bye.